Oh, Disney, you just can't stop, can you? You're going out there grooming again. Here we go with the newest Disney movie about to come out here next week or the week after. Strange World casting creators on the Disney film's biracial LGBTQ character. You don't have to normalize normal, it just is. Well, whether you like, gay people or not, which I don't care, really, in my honest opinion, I don't care if you're gay or not. I would not consider it to be the norm. I would consider a man and a woman to be the norm because that's how it was intended, at least by evolutionary standards, because that's the only way that you can procreate. And let's face it, the meaning of life is to procreate. That's the whole. If people are searching for the meaning of life, their whole lives, and people are asking questions. What's the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to be born, reproduce, and die. That's your purpose. That's it. That's your purpose. That's the purpose of all life on this planet. Get born, reproduce, and then die. And that perpetuates life. So the norm would be having the ability to reproduce. But let's move on. While Strange World explores a fantastical environment full of mysterious creatures and flora, including flying fish and walking rock columns, the action-adventure film also includes a first for Walt Disney Animation Studios, a gay teen romance. The animated feature introduces viewers to Ethan Clade, a biracial, openly gay teenager who gets completely tongue-tied when he's near his crush, Diazo. I make a movie for adults like this, okay? Make a movie for adults like this. As a matter of fact, they tried to. It was called Bros, and it failed horribly. But still, it was okay for that movie to be made because it was adult themed. It was for adults. This is not something that kids they're grooming. This is grooming. They're grooming children. So kids do not have the capacity really to understand complex relationships. So you shouldn't be pushing anything on them. I have a biracial family, so it was something that was easily relatable to me to have two people with very different backgrounds fall in love. That's fine. That's fine. I have two nieces that both have biracial children, and I love the kids, and I have no problem with it. So there's nothing wrong with that. But you don't have to throw in LGBTQ every single time. And it follows, Strange World follows the Clades, a family of explorers who embark on a mission into the treacherous, surreal world beneath the land of Avalonia. The voice cast includes Jake Gyllenhaal, Dennis Quaid, Gabrielle Union, Lucy Liu, and Jabuki Young White. I think I said that. Folks keep using the word normalize, and you don't have to normalize normal. Like I said, not normal. Normal would be the ability to procreate. It's the exception. That exception's fine if that's what you want to do with yourself. If that's how you want to live your life, perfectly fine. But don't go around saying that it's the normal way to live, because the normal way to live is being able to have children, reproduce. So we're done talking about that. The next thing we need to talk about is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Monday box office suffers a steep drop. Now, there is some disparity here between Rotten Tomatoes and Metacritic. Rotten Tomatoes audience score is somewhere around 98%. Well, Metacritic's audience score is somewhere around 5.4. So you can't quantify those two differences, okay? Because There's no way people are going on the Rotten Tomatoes site and praising this movie, but then going on Metacritic and only saying that it's a mediocre, halfway, whatever movie. It's not blowing their socks off. So Rotten Tomatoes, something fishy's going on. But Black Panther Wakanda Forever Monday box office sees a steep drop from the weekend, which is among the highest drops of the MCU films for a Monday. Black Panther saw a drop of 72.8% from Sunday to Monday and brought in 11.1 million. Now, Monday was just a Monday. Not many people going to the theaters on a Monday, but it's really showing that the initial people went in to see this movie, and word of mouth is getting out that it's not a great movie. The Black Panther, spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler alert. Black Panther is only in this movie for about 10 minutes. It ends up being Shuri, and she's only Black Panther at the end. Like I said, for about 10 minutes. That's it. You can't even compare the sequel to the first movie, as Black Panther opened during President's Day weekend. This one opened during Veterans Day weekend, where its first Monday saw a decline of only 33.2%. So it almost doubled its decline. And it's doing worse than Doctor Strange 2 and Thor Love and Thunder. They both performed better on their Mondays and saw less of a drop-off on the Monday box office. And so Thor Love and Thunder is not expected to do much on its second weekend. They're about to find out that it's not everything that it was cracked up to be. It's let's see, it's not only less than Doctor Strange 2%, a drop of 65%, but also less than the 13.6 million that DS2 bought in for its first Monday. And then it's also now trailing Thor Love and Thunder's first Monday drop of 62.5%. And Thor Love and Thunder was, according to most people, one of the most terrible Marvel movies made. Other than, I guess, the Eternals. I guess the Eternals would count as being probably the worst Marvel movie ever made. They don't compare it to the rest of Phase 4, which would have been Shang-Chi and the Eternals, and I can't remember the other movie from Phase 4, but it is not looking good for Black Panther's second weekend. And word of mouth is probably doing that. And like I said, there's some discrepancies between Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes that I'd like to see ironed out, or at least get an answer on why they're so different. Rotten Tomatoes, I'm looking at you. Come on. Let's hear the excuse. Let's hear the excuse about the all the scores that got erased for the Rings of Power there. Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb. I understand IMDb because it's owned by Amazon, but there's clear evidence that they removed bad reviews, and I'm wondering if Rotten Tomatoes didn't do the same thing. That's about all I have for you today. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please smash the like button and share this out there to all your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for notifications if you haven't already. And I will see you next time.